Hello students, welcome back to my channel Lightup Knowledge and very warm welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we will cover complex sentences. There is a separate playlist of sentences in English language on my channel and the link of which will be available in the description box. Now, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Let us now consider the sentence. As I was walking down the road, I heard someone calling me. This sentence has two finite verbs, was walking and heard, and is therefore made up of two clauses. The first clause is as I was walking down the road, and this clause does not convey complete meaning or does not make a complete sense, while the second clause I heard someone calling up is independent in its meaning. It's clear, okay, it's concise, right? So the first clause is a dependent clause or a subordinate clause because it depends upon the second clause, that is the principal clause, to complete its meaning. So therefore in a complex sentence what you have is a principal clause and you have a dependent clause or a subordinate clause, and that subordinate clause is joined by a subordinating conjunction. So the first clause dependent upon the second clause to convey the meaning is called a subordinate clause, right? So the sentence in itself is a complex sentence. What are complex sentences? A complex sentence contains an independent clause and at least one dependent or subordinating clause attached with a subordinating conjunction such as who, which, that, when, where, while, before, after, because, etc. Now, the definition of complex sentence says that it contains an independent clause. Okay, so with that independent clause, it is mandatory to have a dependent or a subordinating clause. So for a complex sentence to be one, there should be an independent clause, okay, and there could be more independent clauses, but there should be presence of at least one dependent clause or subordinating clause, and that subordinating clause will be attached with a subordinating conjunctions such as who, which, that, where, while, before, after, because. So that was all about the definition and the recognition of a complex sentence. Let's have a look at some examples of complex sentences. The first example is the candidates were told that the examination had been postponed. Two clauses, the candidates were told, but what they were told, it is an incomplete sentence, so therefore that's a dependent clause. The examination had been postponed is a complete information, so therefore it is joined by a conjunction, a subordinating conjunction, that. The next example is the inmates of the hostel maintained calm after the administration took disciplinary action. So therefore the second clause is a dependent clause which is dependent upon the first clause to complete its meaning. The next example is the general elections will be over before the pre-monsoon showers. So the general election will be over makes complete sense, but the next clause before the pre-monsoon shower, that is a dependent clause because it depends upon the other clause to complete its meaning. So yes guys, that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you found it useful. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to press that bell icon so that you can get regular updates of the videos that I upload. All the important links of the playlist will be linked down in the description box for you to check out. Until then, keep learning and keep growing.